Good morning, everyone. My name is Carl Lanza. This is a press conference for welcoming our University of Albany's new Director of Athletics, in case you're in the wrong place. There will be a Q&A period for the media during this press conference. I'll make it short and sweet. First up then will be our President of the University of Albany, Robert J. Jones.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Good morning. I can't begin to tell you how delighted I am that you could join us today for this very, very important announcement. First of all, I would like to acknowledge our very special guest, America East Commissioner Amy Hutchalton, who drove all the way from Boston last night to be here with us this morning. And so, Commissioner, we're very, very appreciative of your leadership of the America East Conference and the fact that you would take time out of your very busy schedule to be with us here today. I think one of the things that attracted me to this great leadership role about 18 months ago was that among many different points of pride, UAlbany's athletic program was a tremendous point of pride because it not only excelled in athletics accomplishment, it also excelled in its commitment to academic excellence, which was critically important, and also in sportsmanship. I think we all would agree that it's been another banner year for our athletic program. The Great Danes have won 8 conference titles, made 4 NCAA tournament appearances, and 5 of UAlbany coaches were named Coaches of the Year. We also won the Stuart P. Haskell Jr. Commission's Cup, honoring the strongest athletic program in America East for the 2nd consecutive year. Our Great Danes also excel as student athletes, with 30 of our student athletes being named America East All Academic Honorees, and 4 students honored with the SUNY Chancellor's Scholars Athletic Award. It's very clear to me that our new state-of-the-art facilities are now starting to match the very high standards and expectation of our athletics program. These programs have brought increasingly recognition to this university, which supports our student recruitment efforts, strengthens our ties with community, and advances the excellence of UAlbany. Through the outstanding work of former AD Lee McElroy, all of our coaching staff, all of those and our students that work to excel this athletic program, we have clearly built an athletic program that is a legacy to be built on by the next leader of the athletic program. The athletic search was led by one of our esteemed members of our faculty, the chair, Professor of Communication, Terry Harrison. So Terry, we thank you and your committee for your outstanding work and all that you did to advance this search. The search committee helped us to identify a very large cohort of people from across the country who were deeply interested in this significant leadership role. And again, I can't emphasize enough, the pool that we were able to attract was because of the quality and the tremendous opportunity that these leaders saw to lead this athletic program to the next level. That program has led us to Mark Benson, who we believe is the ideal candidate to bring our program to the next level of excellence. Mark comes to us from Old Dominion University, where he spent 13 years with the Old Dominion Athletic Foundation and the last 4 years as a senior associate athletic director. Under his leadership, the Athletic Foundation eclipsed its highest level of membership for the first time in school history and generated more than $7.8 million in scholarship support for Old Dominion University student athletes and for its athletic program. Mark has a bachelor's degree in business management from the North Carolina State University. It is my great pride and honor to introduce to you the athletic director for the University of Albany, Mark Benson.
Thank you, President Jones. I'm really excited to be here. I hope you all are in the right place. My family couldn't be with me today. Yesterday was my wife's birthday, so I told her it would be a big birthday party, but she didn't make it today. But I appreciate you guys showing up. But I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. I want to thank the search committee. You know, Terry Harrison led the search and really enjoyed getting to know everyone on the committee a little bit more personally and hearing about the great stories of UAlbany. So I want to thank everyone that's here. You know, our coaches, Coach Abe, Greg, Chris is here, Lee and JD and Leanne from the President's office is here, Patrick and Kara. Really enjoyed the process, and I'm really looking forward to working alongside you all, our coaches, and getting going here at UAlbany. Want to thank Daniel Parker from Parker Executive Search for this process. It was really great to work with and enjoyed the process, so thank you to Daniel as well. And then I mentioned my wife and my family, who they're very excited to be here. They wish they could be here, but I want to thank my wife, Hunter. You know, she's really the reason I'm able to stand before you. It's a really, you know, time-consuming job. We all working on behalf of our student athletes in our university, so she really makes this possible for me to be here. We have 3 girls that you're going to get to know, I hope. Our 7-year-old Vandy Grace, Lyden is our 3.5-year-old, and then we have a 10-month-old Hannah Lee. So these bags under my eyes probably are the reason for a lack of sleep and just the excitement of being here. So, you know, I think before I look forward, I think it's important just to take a second and to reflect back and to thank all the people at Old Dominion University. It's been a big part of my career, a big part of my life, and the opportunities given there. We had great leadership. President John Broderick, our athletic director, Wood Seelig, really did a great job setting the tone for excellence, and really gave me the opportunity to take on some really big projects. And I want to thank the fans there. You know, every time we put a big challenge in front of them, they stepped up greater and greater every time. So without that support, I definitely would not be here today. And I think it's something that I really can take from that experience and try to apply here and make an impact for our student athletes, our coaches, and the athletic program. So, you know, you might ask, you know, why UAlbany? You know, President Jones talked a lot about it, and when I started doing the research for this position, you know, the first thing that jumped out at me was the competitive excellence. You know, 74 conference championships says a lot about a program, and I want to thank Amy from America East for making this trip, and hopefully we're going to continue to be a great representative for America East and look forward to building that brand. But so that told me that there was really strong support from the university administration, from the athletic administration, and I'm not sure if he's here and it was mentioned. I think it's really a testament to Lee McElroy and the job that he did here. So if we could just take a second and acknowledge his contribution, I think that's really important. And so as I started doing more research through the process, and I started reading the vision, President Jones' vision in the 4 stakes for the university, I started thinking about ways how we as an athletic department can help support the mission of the university. And I thought there was 3 ways we could really help. In the second stake of his is getting more out-of-state students, international students. You know, as an athletic program, we're going to compete in a lot of cities within America East, within the CAA, and in places where we have a regular presence. It's a great opportunity to tell the story here at UAlbany and the excellence. And so we want to partner across campus. We want to work with our admission folks, our alumni folks, and collectively, because as you're challenged with resources, you want to get the most for your money. Let's work together to have a constant presence in some of these areas and really tell the story and help with that part of the mission as well. And of course, we recruit student athletes all over within the state of New York and outside. We're gonna stay true to recruit the best possible student athlete, but it's something to keep in mind as we're doing that as well. So then the third stake of community engagement. You know, as I get to know the area better, the university better, the community, and get a chance to have a great understanding, I'm going to embark on a strategic plan for athletics, and community engagement is going to be a big part of it. And we're going to, you know, we're constantly asking our fans, our season ticket holders to come to us, come support us, and it's really important, I think, that we give back to the community. And so that's going to be a big part of what we do. We're going to ask all of our teams. I'm sure most of them are already doing it, but if they're not, to pick a project in the community, make it an annual event. Might be reading in schools, might be hospitals, whatever it may be. So we do that, but not just in the greater Albany community, but on campus, because we need to engage our current students here, and we need to have a partnership with them as well, because it's no different. We're asking them to be a part of this. So we need to be a better part of their experience there. So I thought we could definitely do that. And then maybe, hopefully, why I'm standing here is this fourth stake, and that's, grow our resources. I think every institution across the country, specifically in athletics, is challenged to raise more revenue on their behalf. And I think that's where, my background at Old Dominion in private business, working to build season ticket bases, fan bases, an annual fund, capital giving is something that, really attracted me to this position. So as I analyzed it, I felt like I would be a really good fit. I hoped I would be a good fit. And then getting the chance to come here and meet everyone and see the campus in person and meet the people, I think it all kind of started coming together, and I became more and more excited. And then I think the last piece, when you look at the city of Albany and the capital region, there's about 900,000 people here, and I think that's enough to help support a football program or basketball programs or lacrosse programs or field hockey programs across the board. We've got broad-based competitive excellence in all our sports programs. I think that matches well with the America East profile, and we need to do our part to engage our community, our alumni community. There's 40,000 alums here in the capital region, the greater business community, and so we're going to ask all of you to come to campus and come support our student athletes, and that's going to be a big part of what we're going to do. So I think lastly, I'm just saying I'm really excited to be here. My family is looking forward to being here. Our goal is to get our second grader into the first day of school here, so they might be here before I am if I'm really lucky. But I just want to say how excited I am to work with all of you, and pleasure to be here, and go Great Danes. Thank you.
Laura, just a little bit, but I just wanted to thank President Jones for inviting me to be here today on this special day for UAlbany. It's a great day for this campus and this university. I think the leadership of President Jones just in the 18 months that he's been here has been outstanding. I've seen that every time I've been on campus, and I've been here a lot in the last couple of years because you have been so successful in hosting our basketball tournaments and other championships. The leadership that he has provided, the engagement that he's provided among his peers in our conference, and the support that he's provided and commitment to our conference and to myself has been tremendous. So it's only fitting, I believe, that he has been able to select someone, and the search committee has done a great job in identifying someone who matches those qualities: leadership, commitment, excellence. And I think Mark, after spending just a few minutes with him this morning at breakfast, absolutely is the right fit. And I think you have a great leader here on your hands, and I'm excited to work with him in this conference. As many of you know, we have a few new ADs. We'll have a few new ADs in our league this year, and so the energy that some of these newer individuals will bring, and folks like Mark, and the perspectives they'll bring to this league will only continue to make the America East stronger and better. Our conference is built on strong institutions, and there's so many things going on here at UAlbany, not just in athletics, but across the campus. And so it's fantastic to have two leaders like these two individuals to my right that I get to work with every day. So congratulations to Mark. I look forward to working with you and welcoming you not only to the UAlbany family, but to the America East family as well. Congratulations.
All right, we have a few minutes for some Q&A from the media, if you'd like. I'd ask you to give us your name and your affiliation, who you work for. I'm sure you'll be working with Mr. Benson for some time, so good way to get to know him. Anyone? I'll just stand. That's good.
All right.
Yes, Megan.
That's breaking news.
Yeah, the question was, can I talk about the opportunities I saw to help build the external resources with our annual fund, our capital giving, and those things. As going through the process, I really saw a lot of similarities in my time at Old Dominion and a lot of parallels to what's happening here at UAlbany. And I think it's really important that you take a really strategic approach about building an annual fund and a capital giving program for athletics. And you really have the long term in mind and build for sustainable revenue. And I think there's no substitute for getting in front of people, building relationships, one-on-one interaction, group interaction, bringing people on campus. You know, the more I think you can connect people to campus, the greater your opportunity to do those things. So it's something that I think I can take my background at Old Dominion and really help apply here and hopefully make a difference for our student athletes, our coaches, and the community. You've got great people in place, and you know, just really excited to take on that part of this job.
Yes, John.
John Craig from W2I Radio, WLFX. Kind of look at this rise that UAlbany's had in the last 15, 20 years. You kind of touched on it there with Dr. McElroy. You compare it to what you've seen down in UAlbany or at the ODU and also you know, around the CAA. Just how has it moved so fast, and what do you hope to do then to take it to the next level?
The question was how, you know, compare the growth, I think, at ODU and within the CAA in our program and the similarities here. And, you know, it does seem like it was a really fast, overnight kind of explosion, but in reality, it really wasn't. You know, if you look at our football program, we spent about 5 years doing research, planning process, being very thoughtful and strategic about how we were going to operate, what type of coach we wanted to have, what kind of schedule. And a lot of it started with the conversation on what's the day going to be like. How's it going to impact our fans? How's it going to impact the campus? Are we going to have a really good, vibrant atmosphere where people can feel proud to be a part of? So what looked like maybe a meteor was really a really slow, long process. It started back with our basketball programs and opening a new arena, the Ted Constance Center, and I can tell you that when we opened that arena the year before, we were at the lowest point in our history of season ticket sales. So really that grassroots approach, engaging people. Obviously you have to do all the marketing pieces and let people know when you're playing and who you're playing and where you're playing and what it costs, but it's really that personal interaction and that grassroots effort that it took to get there. And it was a slow one built on the other. So when we were able to build up our basketball attendance, then football seemed to make sense from our president's office, and I think we took the right approach. It was a very inclusive process from the president's office through athletics, admissions, campus safety, finance administration. So something that I hope and I can sense here on campus, that there's that great feeling and sense of collaboration. And you know, anytime you get people all pulling in one direction, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. So that's what I'm looking forward to most, is kind of taking that experience and blending it here.
Thanks, John.
Have you seen much of the campus? Have you been able to in that time? I mean, obviously this is an impressive facility, but have you gotten your way around yet?
Yeah, I actually have the question, have I seen the campus and the facility? So on my very first interview, I came in early because I wanted to kind of check things out on my own. And if there's anyone on the soccer team, I was driving around, I got on a street that I thought was a street that apparently might be a pedestrian pathway. And so I intersected with the men's soccer team. I put my head down and tried not to be very obvious. So no, I got a chance to do that and see the campus. And this is a great example, I think, of this facility, of what we can do and what we can be. And there's certainly some work that we need to do in some of the other ones. But you know, it was part of what really attracted me to this opportunity. You look around campus, not just at athletics, there's a lot of construction. I can hear it in the background. You know, if you're me, you love that sound. That's a good sound, because that's a sound of progress. So I think it's something to be really excited about.
You didn't flip anybody?
I can't comment on that. I'm waiting to hear back from our trainer, but no, I think I was safe.
Anyone? Yes.
Bob Weiner from the Daily Gazette. Mark, I was wondering if you're expecting to have any culture shock this year.
Am I going to have any culture shock?
I assume it's going to be a little bit different living up in Albany than it was.
I haven't seen the beach yet. I was told in the process that there's an oceanfront apartment waiting somewhere. You know, I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area, so a little of that background, and it's definitely going to be a big change for my family, but, you know, we're really excited about it. It's funny, this morning, the football coach at Old Dominion, his wife sent me a really nice email kind of congratulating me and my family, and she had I think the quintessential tips for living in the North, and I think they went around the lines of make sure you get a house with a garage, don't get a fancy foyer, get a good mud room, carry a small shovel and a bag of cat litter in your trunk. Duct tape is good for when you rip. Ski pants, extra mittens for your kids. So I feel like that's good advice, and I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm very coachable, so I'm really looking forward, and my family is to a really a new experience. It's something we're really excited about.
Thanks, Bob. Anyone? All right. Last up, I'd like to bring up our head football coach, Greg Gattuso.
Thank you. I promise I will be brief. Thank you for coming out to Bob Ford Field. We have a beautiful facility here, and we're hoping Saturday, unless you have a wedding or you're sick or something, we hope everybody here will be on August 30th to help us get ready to defeat Holy Cross. It's really important for us to get people in our stadium to help cheer us on, because that home atmosphere, you get 9,000, 10,000 people cheering your home team. It's a critical part of what we're trying to do, and we need you here. And please, bring a friend, bring a cousin, whoever you got to do, bring them here and help us defeat Holy Cross and get started in the 2014 season. Mark, just from the gang, all the coaches in the football office, and all of our coaches here, I think I can speak for them. Welcome. We are very, very fired up to have you here, and we're ready to go. So you get out front, we're going to follow you. So congratulations, and we have a little special guest here for you coming up here, and I think that medium's not quite going to cut it, but we're going to try to get that done. So. Here, I'll do one better. How's this?
There you go. I got a big melon, so let's do that. Oh, yeah,
there you go. Good job.
I'm used to it.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
Just a minute. Just in closing, we want to present to Mark a very, very special gift for his family. We are so pleased to have you as a part of the University at Albany community. So this is for the wife and the kids, and we look forward to meeting them soon, because I can tell you he has 3 daughters who I know are Great Danes in the making, and so they're going to be a very vital part of this community, as you will be also. So congratulations again, and as we always end by saying, go Great Danes!